Good morning, CG. I'm Brooke.
And I'm Ben.
This is your Cgtv broadcast for Friday, February 21st.
On Wednesday, the dance team had their annual showcase to present their competition dances to friends and family here at the school before they head to regionals at Noblesville this weekend.
We had a great crowd of people, come out and support us. It was really great. It was a lot of fun. It was personally my last showcase, so I've done 14 of these over the past 7 years.
The team is competing with pom and kick routines and hopes to advance both dances to state competition on March 2nd at the Pepsi Coliseum. Additionally, 5 students will compete with solos on March 8th at Crawfordsville High School.
The show choirs also have many big competitions coming up, including tomorrow, where they compete at Franklin Central High School. Bella LeMasters brings the story about what the groups did this week to prepare.
This Saturday, the show choirs will be traveling to Franklin Central High School to compete in the Hoosier Show Choir Classic. There, the varsity show choir, Sound System and Deptones, will be going against their biggest competition yet. Seniors Lillian Samsel and Vincent Howe bring us information on their opponents.
So this week we are going against Carmel. Their group is called the Ambassadors, and I think it's going to be a tough competition because there's always been a past rivalry between us. They're really clean, they have amazing vocals.
Our biggest competition this weekend is a group from Mississippi called Tupelo, Fishers, Indiana, and then Carmel.
The show choirs recognize many challenges that could arise this weekend, but are confident in their abilities.
So a challenge that we have this weekend is because it's prelim finals, prelims could be completely different than the finals results. A lot of people tend to leave it out in one performance rather than splitting it up, equally giving 100% in prelims and in finals. But I think with this group, specifically this year, I think we're gonna handle it fine.
These other groups are very vocally strong and visually strong and can be compared very easily to us, so that's why they're our biggest competition.
The groups have been putting in countless hours of rehearsing to prepare for this weekend.
This week we've been tightening up our vocals and making sure our choreography is really clean, and we've even had a couple clinicians come in to give a fresh set of eyes to make sure that we're fully ready for this weekend.
Both groups have also been working on storytelling, an important part to each of these shows.
This week to prepare, we've been working on more of the storytelling aspects. Yes, we have been working on vocals, fixing a lot of the choreography things and the small things like that, but mainly our biggest focus has been the storytelling, just within our face and with our body movements, how we present the story to the audience and hopefully win the judges over.
Going into this weekend and our performances, I think we need to really remember the story that we're portraying and who we're supposed to be as we perform and not falling out of it and getting bored.
Both groups will be performing Saturday morning in hopes to make finals Saturday night. Wish them luck as they head off to Franklin Central.
Thanks, Bella.
Even though competition season is in full swing, auditions for next year are coming up quickly for show choir students and prospects. Casey Kuzel brings us a story on how some students are preparing.
Students both in and out of choir have been taking vocal lessons provided through the high school in preparation for the upcoming auditions.
They've helped me find where I'm comfortable at with my voice range, and they've also helped me practice my breathing.
Students contact a vocal coach themselves, and vocal lessons take place during STAR, AIMS, study hall, or after school hours.
I took vocal lessons through the middle school, and then when I switched to the high school, I started taking them at the high school because it's easy and efficient since you can just do it during your study hall.
Vocal lessons can help students prepare for choir auditions as well as life outside of high school.
I plan on going into musical theater and stuff, so voice lessons is going to be a huge part of just my life after high school with musical theater and everything else.
If you are interested in trying out for choir next year, audition information can be found on the Center Group Choir's website.
Yep. Thanks, Casey.
Another music group that is preparing for their competition season is Winter Guard. Amira Ayamfuara brings us the story on this team.
Many of us have seen the color guard during the halftime shows at football games when they perform as part of the marching band. However, the Winter Guard is now in season and does much more. Junior Kate Seesaw has been part of the Winter Guard for 4 years.
For me, this season especially, just the physical aspect of it, especially just trying to get through the show. It's also, the choreography has been difficult this year.
Despite the challenges, the color guard team makes their efforts to create a positive environment.
Pressure-wise, it's a lot about how we set ourselves up during the day and the practice that we have right before. We always, we have a really good environment getting ready on the bus. It's a really positive environment, and I would just say, just trying to calm ourselves down, calm the nerves. So a saying that is very common in guard is "you got it." So whenever something happens, a drop maybe gets out of time, someone seems stressed, you got it, and that really it calms a lot of the nerves.
Some members have their own struggles. Sophomore Taylor Green said she struggled with a certain type of toss.
I'm a flag. I do flag dance, but civil 45s are probably my favorite. Or there's this one toss that we do where we toss and we turn around and then we do the splits and we catch, and that one's definitely hard, but yeah. Tossing your equipment in the air and then being able to do something like underneath it, or like turning or things like that, like underneath your equipment, is something that people aren't familiar with. Like being a new member in World and then like constantly having to like work on things and get better at them.
It's not only the skills that's difficult, it's also the mental aspect of it.
Get into a habit of like a mental block, kind of like writer's block, of like telling myself that I'm not good enough at doing something, but I just like remember that like 4 years ago I wasn't in the place I am today, so I can just continue to get better and like try harder.
Come support the Winter Guard, where they will perform for the community in the Vanning Gym on March 11th.
Thanks, Amira. That's all we have for you today, CG. Follow us on Instagram at Trojan Year Sports and CG Trojan Year, or visit our website at trojanear.com. Bye.